Hello. Hello, hello. Asui, say something. Asui, speak up or something. Did she walk out of the room or leave the computer? Like what? Talk to me.
I'm holding my breath. Ribbit, if you can hear us right now, Asui.
Ribbit.
Oh, okay.
Sis, you just left us and didn't explain anything else.
I was just gone for a moment to get some tea.
Nice, nice.
Are we both low-key drinking tea? Because I'm drinking hibiscus tea for the morning.
No, it's just regular iced tea, not that bougie stuff you drink, so yeah.
Whoa.
I'm classy.
It's like that, okay?
Tea is just a beverage of the morning when you don't know how your day is gonna turn out.
If we're done sipping tea, can we start? I want to get right into this, so...
Can I say, let's get into it when we start?
Letter.
Okay, you can do it. I'll allow you, my guest of honor.
I am honored to be the guest of honor. Thank you for having me.
Alright, let me start this up. Hello my little icicles and blossoms, welcome to another video. I'm with Tsuyu and Icey again, and for another game of Never Found a Title.
Oh my god.
Impractical Quirks list. Wanna call it that?
Yeah,
Oh
go
yes,
with
it's
it.
simple and I like it.
So in the last video of this kind, in the comments I did ask if you had any useless quirk ideas for us to make useful in another video, and if you put 10 likes on the last video as promised, I would do more. I try to upload weekly content whether it be Corey Kenshin or just story times or speed draws, so stay tuned. Anyhow, if you haven't seen part 1 already, be sure to go into the description and check it out so you get the gist of what's going to happen in this video. The rules are easy, we're all going to see if we can make these useless quirks useful in the series of this video. To start, we have 8 points. We must decide a useful way to use these quirks. If we find more pros than cons, as a group we don't lose any points at all. But if 2 out of the 3 of us can't find anything useful, then we lose our points. We're still going until quirk 15 or until we lose all points. New rule, if the quirk isn't useless at all and we decide to cover it, it gets a pass as a decent quirk. Also, we take it away.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Dang!
This is how we're starting. Who suggested this?
So sort of like an old-timey hood, you just wake up and then blow?
Well, yeah, it's not a command, so still, you just gotta be careful wherever you are. Just be in a really safe neighborhood or go live in Maine.
I mean, you can wear a vest, but like, living in Maine, just live in Vermont?
Yeah, Vermont. They are close to each other, right?
They're neighbors.
Cool. I mean, you can get a job as a bodyguard, and you'll always save a life.
To sacrifice your own life, on the other hand, is it worth it?
Sacrifice is the one key of being a hero, Sue.
Like how neither of you said this. Move to England because unlike America, they don't have access to so many guns. I'm sorry,
We're
but
in
this
America,
would not be
Asui.
so
We cannot
deadly.
travel right now.
Excuse me?
This is not gonna help.
This is overpowered as I'll get out because of the last video.
Yeah, I can see the overpowered part.
I can recall in the last 15 useless quirks list that the ocean counts as a container, and it's also a body of water.
Jump into the ocean to become a sea god.
You can also jump into a pond or something and retrieve an item from the bottom that someone might have dropped by controlling water current.
This is actually just a quirk. There's no cons. All you gotta do is make sure you fit in an area of water or container.
If you fall into a big body of water, you also won't get damaged if you fall or jump in on impact because you can just turn into water before you hit the ocean.
If someone's drowning, you can definitely save them, even if you don't know how to swim. This is the best lifeguard.
A lot of good things can come from this power, but let's think on the devil's side a minute. Let's say that this person isn't going to go the hero route, and they shift towards being a villain. The world is literally made up of water. If this person was a villain, they could kill us all by taking all the water off the planet and dipping. Not only that, but they can place serious tariffs on water and withhold it from the planet, thus making them an overlord because we need them.
True, someone was not thinking super smart when making this quirk. This is useful in itself.
I think that this is so decent on its own it gets a pass.
I'll allow it. Pass.
Congratulations, you're half a Gakure. Fun part is that you can always turn it off and on, whether it be vertical or horizontal. You can still use it as long as you have 50% or less of your body activating your quirk.
Not a bad power. You can still use it to sneak around. You just gotta be wary of how much of your body is visible at a time. You know Violet from The Incredibles? Doesn't she have that same power in a way?
I mean, this person could start a cool YouTube prank channel if they wanted.
I would not watch that channel on weekends.
Wait, Sue, what?
Just weekends. Every other day, it's occasional YouTuber. So basically, Deku when he was just getting a hold of One for All.
You can still do things to help with strength. You just gotta be
No, you
fast
don't.
about it.
No, you don't. This is also overpowered. You both see it, right? How this is
Oh, took me a while to realize it, but yeah, I see why it's overpowered. Are we gonna say it on 3?
No, just say it.
No drawback.
You can just keep spamming this quirk per second.
power makers. You better watch yourself.
I don't know about you guys, but this one gets a pass.
That's not useless.
I know people crap on this power, but there are so many uses. In the Arctic and you need wood, just spawn and set fire to a tumbleweed or make shelter with a bunch of them.
Never said that you summon in just small tumbleweeds, so since there's no restriction on size, this is really overpowered. Tumbleweeds float, so if you get thrown over a boat, instant life vest.
Yep.
You know what to do, you can also make a garden because tumbleweeds carry seeds all the time.
I don't have anything to say. We keep our points.
I want this power.
We're getting a ton of overpowered ones because people don't account for loopholes. All that fudge and no sugar.
What's useless about understanding all languages? You never have to worry about going into a foreign country and not knowing a thing. You know what's coming out of their mouth and there's no limits to reading, so you'll learn how to translate eventually. That's pretty cool.
Just realize, if you're watching anime, you'll never have to wait for the dub.
You're right, you will never have to read subtitles ever again.
You'll be able to repeat it back in English for those who need a translator. I say this is a pass. Okay, if you're an inch or so shorter than the rides at the carnival, that extra growth boost makes all the difference, I promise.
What if something's at borderline of skimming past your head and hurting you? Just shrink and then it misses by that much.
The only thing I see working in this is when you trust your friend to kick the apple off of your head.
Yeah, and they don't swing all that high.
We can hope for the best, but I think that if we were keeping a point, it would be out of pity. This one was kind of hard to think on.
Fair enough. Do you know how annoying it is when your pencils in general sharpen with, like, the wood side up and then the lead is on the right or left, not the middle?
I can relate.
Yes.
And you're so done with messing with that one pencil sharpener because it just breaks the lead over and over.
This only goes out to all my traditional artists. The struggle is real.
Yeah, and you know it's gonna be perfect every time you sharpen it, so you have a longer span to use your colored pencils.
Shame how it's limited to colored pencils, but it does justice for when the lead on the inside is broken and you can never get that decent sharpen.
Sadly, this isn't a quirk, it's a blessing, so we're going to have to add something else to the list of rules. Not a power.
But it's cool to have.
Why are these ones so gosh darn OP? Okay, so
Wait, no. Sue is not allowed to say anything for this one because I know that she's about to say whatever she's about to say is going to be evil as fudge. I just read the
Bruh,
drawback.
you cannot assume that I'm gonna-
I just read the drawback too. Yeah, I agree with Asui, so you're grounded. Okay, so, Asui, you go first. I don't want this to be long, and my explanation is gonna be long.
I was thinking maybe when a storm comes, you can conduct the lightning to strike safer areas as to not have natural lightning set buildings on fire like they normally do. Just lead them away, and that'll be your job and duty as a hero.
I agree, but I was also thinking you can power stuff that loses electricity in the rain, you know, as a nice grace period, still making it helpful. So yeah, both ways work.
Can I come with my grounding now?
Unless what you're gonna say is helpful, then yes, you can speak.
Just don't. Okay.
Sure, okay, I was gonna say, dress up in a suit with some gloves, you know, safety. Have a person you don't really like meet you out somewhere in the open rain, but it's a dry area.
I already don't like where this is going, by the way.
Shush! So, you ask how you want to make friends with them, and then you stretch out your hand and, you know, as a truce. Then you say the lines, "Come on, boys, won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?" But in the palm area of your gloves, you have a ton of quarters, so when they come in contact, yes!
You're gonna kill somebody! You're gonna kill somebody!
You not to do something. So stop, we're gonna get copyright.
We all gotta stay silent, or?
I didn't know what to say,
I mean, it never said your tongue had to be in your mouth to always glow.
Yeah, that would be cool for you, Asui. You know, to have your tongue just like a disco at any time, be all like,
It can also act as a beacon for when you need someone to find you in the dark.
We keep our points as simple as that.
these are a breeze compared to last time. Can we just take the L on this one because this is just a power with its drawback?
Yeah, there's no need in giving it a chance.
Disregarding the fact that the only reason we gotta take the loss on this one is that this is already a canon given power.
Next, put it back on the shelf. Let's say that this person who has this power is not the type to cry unless they really gotta, and it's not some insane crybaby.
Is there a limit to what they can heal with their tears? Is there a drawback like La Brava where they can only use it once per day?
Nope, just gotta feel the tears when tears come.
There's nothing useless about this power at all. Like, this person could be the next recovery girl if they wanted. Can we say it at the same time? I feel like we've done this before.
Pass.
It's a power in itself.
This doesn't count if they look away, then you turn invisible, and they look back to where you once were, does it?
No, I think that's fair game. You can't see the person if you look back. I think that's what they meant.
Yeah, you can still use the power as long as no one's looking at you as you activate it.
This really helps set aside the limitation. I would make this a canon power.
Let's say that when they look back at you, you reappear. Let's account for that, otherwise we cannot pass this.
Sneak into an enemy base while no one's there. No one's going to be able to look at you, so your quirk should not be able to deactivate via camera.
Pass.
I would never use this power. I feel I need to be out of the room for this.
I would, but not in a super useful way.
I mean, if I met this person, that's a whole create new world scenario.
This just turned into Minecraft.
Like I said, if this person was a villain, we'd be screwed.
They'd be screwed too. They can't control them.
I wasn't going to say this joke because I thought this was offensive, but despite being able to speak to them, isn't this quirk the same as living in Australia?
Ladies and gentlemen, Toru and Ida's kid.
Why Toru and Ida's?
Yeah, where does Toru fall into play with this kid's quirk?
Duh, the speed and also the fact Toru can't turn off her quirk, neither can this kid.
Okay, I actually get it now.
I mean, despite having the pros of going super fast at all times, you could be a good track and field runner. Every day's a race with this guy.
So if you crawl, does this quirk activate with the whole moving fast, or not? The downside didn't specify?
It's all around the body, so yes, I think it activates. It's not limited to just running.
If you're moving too fast, just get a wheelchair and have someone else push it.
Well, this person can procrastinate getting to places.
So if they run into a wall, will they act as a bullet to wood or defense metal?
Difference is,
one ricochets and the other zooms through.
I think this is one of those powers we can say, don't think about it too much.
Just wear something that'll make your quirk work less, like an add-on. I don't know, weighted shoes or extra clothes, and then take them off when you need to use your quirk later on.
Okay, for the sake of the few that we passed and marked as not a quirk, let's just add 2 more to the list. Sound fair?
We can do that. I'm okay
just
with
2
that.
more because this list is gonna be too long.
It's not impossible, guys. Like, come on. When you have superpowers, there's magic. Magic is science. Therefore, in superpowers, science doesn't necessarily apply.
Let's say we're not looking at that and say you can set fire as long as you're underwater. If you activate it violently enough, you can cause some serious sky damage.
Who said that you have to be all the way underwater? Just be near the mid-surface and activate the firepower there. You could just use it like a hydro torch.
Bring sparklers underwater. They always stay lit when you light them regardless of water.
Really?
Yeah, I had to look it up, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I will go back on it. Let's move on to the last quirk of the day.
Oh boy, this is a crappy and confusing power because it's not descriptive and it doesn't have a good downside.
No, I don't see the crap part about this. You can summon in apples, peaches, and any sweet fruit bundles to feed people.
You don't see my point at all. Fruit is not guaranteed to be sweet when grown. You have to bite into it to find out, or if it's an already made GMO to make it sweet. Regardless, you still gotta check if it's sweet. Therefore, the power is useless and you can't summon in most apples or just none at all.
The quirk only summons in the naturally sweet. Disregard GMOs for a minute.
Apples are not always naturally sweet, Icey. GMOs take over the world.
They are naturally sweet and you can't tell me otherwise.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, then explain the Granny Smith.
Bruh, those don't...
No, because
Oh my
apples
God.
are not all naturally sweet. That's what you're telling me.
Girls, it's just sweet fruit disregarding the apple. Let's look at grapes and pineapples because they are naturally sweet regardless of GMOs. You can summon these and you'll never go hungry.
You can open a smoothie shack and also take the seeds and plant them in your garden. Also sell the natural seeds because apples are too jacked up to count in this quirk.
I'm sticking with my apples, judge me if you will.
Before you guys bite each other's heads off, how many points do we have left?
Oh, I'll say it now. I've been keeping score, so don't worry. So, this is the end, and we ended off on a good note. It was 5 points left with one exception to Pity. We did better than last time. If you want to make a third part happen, be sure to reach 10 likes on this video, and we'll consider doing this again. If you guys have any useless quirk ideas that you may want us to go over in another video, please be sure to leave it in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
And clicking that bell.
Icey Sue, melting out.
Go beyond!
Plus Ultra!